Hello everybody, and welcome back to another vacuum cleaner competition. I am Jack's Vax to Safety. Today we are going to be seeing how some machines clean compared to others. We've got quite an interesting selection today. First up, we have a Dyson DC-17 Animal. Next to that, a DC-25 All Floors. Then a Shark Rocket Ultralight, Dirt Devil Extra Light Bagless, and a Eureka Airspeed Gold. For those of you that do not remember how my competitions work, 10 grams of flour is ground into the carpet to the best of my abilities, and each vacuum will get one medium paste pass over the flour to see how well it picks up in one stroke. Most people ground their flour into the carpet until they cannot see it anymore. I still leave some stuff on the surface to simulate both surface level, medium level, and deep level cleaning. All 5 vacuums have 10 grams exactly in front of them, laid out and rubbed in. All 5 of these vacuums have decently clean filters and decent condition brush rolls. The Shark Rocket having the most recently replaced brush roll. Up here in the kitchen we have our scale and our measuring devices and a documentation of what vacuum's been weighed before and eventually after. The Rocket is the only machine that's having the entire motor assembly weighed instead of just the bin, because the early Rockets do not have a removable dust bin. However, because the rest of them have the entire bin assemblies weighed, this is the only way to get a fair comparison. Before we get started, I want to know what machine you think is going to win this competition. All 5 machines have very similar features, including a very short air path from the dust canister to the floor. Both Dysons, obviously, have a changeover valve system that diverts the suction to the wand when either in upright mode or when the wand is pulled out. The Shark is a stick vac style, so it's pretty direct. Goes from motor unit to wand to floor head. The Dirt Devil Extra Light is in a very similar fashion to the Dysons, except you can remove the lower hose to use the actual hose. As for the way it's set up, kind of resembles the Eureka Airspeed, which the Airspeed has a suction diverter that is currently set on floors. The Airspeed is the only vacuum of the lineup that has a selectable height adjustment. The rest of them just sits as low to the floor as the cleaner head will allow them to sit. With this in mind, the Airspeed Gold is set to the setting that I think cleans the floor the best. But will it actually clean carpets better than Dyson? The DC-25 is on that sticker, and on the older Airspeeds, so was the DC-17. So will it actually move more air and remove more dirt? We'll find out. The Extra Light Bagless claims to be the best value. More power, less weight. No bags means you save $25 every year. 12 amps, most power available. Lightweight, full-size bagless upright, and microfresh filtration. The Shark Rocket, though this one doesn't have one, there is usually a sticker right here that says 5-star rated or cleans carpets and floors better than Dyson. So we will see how the Rocket compares to the Dysons. The DC-25 All Floors claims to turn on a dime and have no loss of suction. Of course, all of these vacuums will lose suction if you do not clean the filters out, but if you keep the filters clean, it will have decent suction. It says it's for all floor types. Well, is it for this floor type? The DC-17 does not have any rating stickers on it that make any bold claims, at least mine doesn't. But the Eureka Airspeeds do claim to clean better than the DC-17. So is it just a carpet shredder, or does it actually get some stuff up? We'll see. Let's get to cleaning. First up, the DC-17 animal. I think it should be mentioned that the DC-17 and the DC-25s are the machines that really sold Dyson to the US market. The DC-17 specifically is a US only model. So, does it still hold up? Well, we're about to find out. Looks like it did a pretty good job, but we'll see when we weigh the bin. Next up, the DC-25 all floors. A very whiny machine indeed. Mine also has trouble standing up because the spine is broken. Next up, the Shark Rocket. This is the only one that has its cord undone because I have to do that to weigh the entire motor assembly. Seems like all of these machines seem to be doing pretty decently. Next up, the Dirt Devil Extralight. This one I have to wear hearing protection for, because it is noisy. It also sounds kind of rough, but it works for now, and that's all that matters. Next up, a personal favorite, the arguably underrated Eureka Airspeed Gold. And now it's time to weigh the results. We're now in the kitchen where we have the scale, the bins, and the rocket. Starting off with the DC-17, the bin weighed 1,543 grams. Oh, it's starting to tip, so we're gonna fix that. It got pretty darn close at 1,552. Making sure the scale is still zeroed out. Next up, the DC-25. Starting in at 897, it got a 906. A surprising not bad for both Dysons. Now for the one that Might be hard to accurately measure, but we're still doing it anyway. The Shark rocket. It keeps moving the dish and falling over. I don't think that's really possible, so we gotta fiddle with this thing and get an accurate reading. It does not want to be an accurate reading, that's for sure. Due to the inability to get an accurate reading, the rocket is disqualified. Next up, the Dirt Devil Extra Light. It is the first machine to score a 10 out of 10. And due to the rocket not being able to get an accurate reading, it is next up, the Airspeed Gold. It got 919. Well, the results are in, folks. The Dirt Devil Extra Light is the winner, surprisingly enough. The rest of them came really close, and I don't know what that got, because it is so hard to accurately weigh the rocket. It can be finicky to tell, but I think that's not to a song or anything, that's just a random beat I came up with. So I'm actually going to put a paper towel on here, and we are going to empty the rocket onto the paper towel. Let's see what the paper towel has to say about what the rocket got it. According to the paper towel, we also got 9. But then again, we couldn't accurately measure it, so we'll just go with that. All the others got 9, the Dirt Devil got 10. And that is it. It's no secret that we should all know at this point that every vacuum needs a perfect mix of agitation, airflow, and suction when it comes to cleaning carpets. But it does appear that out of this lineup, the Dirt Devil Extra Light Bagless seems to have the best balance of that mixture. However, all of the other machines do appear to have some sort of a fairly decent balance when it comes to this specific carpet. That being said, every carpet is different. No carpet treats two vacuums the same. So, it is completely up to your choice on what vacuum you think suits your carpets best. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the three on this end, mainly due to repairability and complexity. But obviously, they are no better at cleaning carpets, or worse, than the two on this end. The Dirt Devil, having a slightly wider air path, allows for better airflow, compared to the rest of them, which have a pretty narrow air path. The Eureka Airspeed Gold has the closest air path size to the Dirt Devil. That being said, the Dirt Devil clearly moves a lot more air because there is less restriction between the cleaner head channel and the motor. As for the rest of them, they seem to have a decent amount of airflow, but agitation is where these three seem to struggle the most. However, this is all just a competition. There is no particular exact science to my style. There are probably other people that will do a more accurate kind of testing than I do. However, this test still provides us with some great information on how well vacuums clean carpets. I'm Jax Vax and Safety. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.